If you have more than one debt, the order you pay them off is quietly costing or saving you thousands of dollars. Most people never think about the order at all. They just pay a little extra on whatever feels scariest that month. Now picture two people with the exact same debt. $15,000 spread across a credit card, a store card, a car loan, and a personal loan. Same total. Same monthly budget to pay it down. One of them will be debt-free more than a year sooner and will pay thousands less in interest along the way. The other will pay longer and hand the banks far more. For one simple reason. He paid his debts in the wrong order. Today I will show you the method that fixes this, the debt avalanche, and exactly how to set it up this week. Let me show you what Drake does, because it is what most people do. Drake has 4 debts: a store card at 28%, a credit card at 24%, a personal loan at 12%, and a car loan at 7%. Every month he pays the minimum on all of them, and then he has a little extra, say $200. And where does that extra $200 go? Wherever feels right that month. Sometimes the card with the biggest balance. Sometimes the one with the most annoying phone calls. Sometimes he just splits it evenly to feel fair. Here is the problem. Debt does not care about your feelings. It only cares about the interest rate. So let me give you the single most important idea in this whole video. Every extra dollar you put toward a debt saves you exactly that debt's interest rate, every year, for as long as the debt would have lasted. A dollar aimed at the 28% store card saves you 28 cents a year. The same dollar aimed at the 7% car loan saves you just 7 cents. Same dollar. 4 times the savings purely because of where you pointed it. When Drake spreads his extra payment evenly or chases the biggest balance, he is leaving most of that saving on the table. He is working just as hard and paying just as much and getting a far worse result because nobody ever told him the order matters more than the effort. So here is the method that fixes all of it. It is called the debt avalanche, and it has exactly 2 rules. Rule 1. Pay the minimum on every single debt, every month, no exceptions. That keeps you current and protects your credit. Rule 2. Take every extra dollar you have and throw all of it at the debt with the highest interest rate. Only that one. Then, when that highest rate debt is gone, you take its entire payment, the minimum plus the extra, and roll all of it onto the next highest rate debt. That rolling is where the word avalanche comes from. Each debt you clear makes the next one fall faster. The momentum builds. Let me show you Daniel doing it. Daniel lists his debts by interest rate, highest first, the 28% store card at the top, then the 24% credit card, then the 12% personal loan, then the 7% car loan at the bottom. He pays minimums on all 4 and points every extra dollar at that 28% store card until it is dead. Then he rolls that whole payment onto the 24% card, then the 12% loan, then the car. Same total debt as Drake, same monthly budget. But because Daniel killed the most expensive interest first, he pays the least interest possible and finishes the fastest. That is the entire method. Minimums on everything extra on the highest rate, then roll it down. The math does the rest. Now, if you have read anything about debt, you have probably heard of another method, the debt snowball. And I want to be fair to it, because for some people, it genuinely works better. The difference is simple. The avalanche attacks the highest interest rate first. It saves you the most money, mathematically, every time. The snowball attacks the smallest balance first, regardless of interest rate. You knock out a small debt quickly, feel a real win, and use that momentum to keep going. So which is better? Here is the honest answer. On pure math, the avalanche always wins. It costs less, and it is faster. But personal finance is not just math. It is behavior. And a method you quit is worse than a method you stick with. If you are the kind of person who needs to see a debt fully disappear to stay motivated, the snowball's early win can be worth the small extra cost. But for most people carrying high-interest credit card debt, that top rate is so punishing that the avalanche is clearly worth it, and the savings are not small. On a realistic mix of debts, choosing the avalanche over the snowball can save hundreds, sometimes over $1,000. And there is a middle path. If your highest rate debt is also huge and demoralizing, knock out one tiny debt first for the momentum, then switch to the Avalanche for everything else. Best of both. The only real mistake is the one Drake made, no method at all. So here's exactly how to set up your Avalanche this week. 4 steps. Step 1. List every debt in one place. For each one, write down 3 things: the balance, the minimum payment, and the interest rate. A free spreadsheet or a notes app is all you need. You cannot beat what you cannot see. Step 2. Sort that list by interest rate, highest at the top. Not by balance, not by which one annoys you most, by the rate. That order is your battle plan. Step 3. Pay every minimum and put every spare dollar on the top debt. Even an extra $50 a month, aimed correctly, shortens your payoff and cuts your interest. Automate it if you can so you never have to decide again. Step 4. When a debt is gone, roll its full payment up the list. This is the step almost everyone skips. When that top debt disappears, do not absorb its payment back into your spending. Move the entire amount onto the next debt. That is what makes the Avalanche accelerate. And one bonus move. Call your highest rate lender and simply ask for a lower rate. It works more often than you would think. Or look at a 0% balance transfer to buy yourself interest-free time. Just never use it as an excuse to spend more. The Avalanche is not complicated. It is just disciplined. And discipline, pointed in the right order, is what turns a mountain of debt into a finish line. This video is for educational purposes only and is not personalized financial advice. If this helped you, subscribe. We post a new personal finance video every single day. Next, watch our breakdown of the new 2026 tax law and the simple moves that keep hundreds more of your own paycheck. See you tomorrow.